All right, so let me. Okay, so I just today I realized one interesting thing, and the thing is um, that audio tests consist of two things. Um, First thing is, of course, it's how you create them, and kind of like second step is validating tests, or rather running them, just in order to check that everything is alright. So if we take a look at this sample, it's just adding another level of complexity if I want to combine pages. And of course I can do it like using it for each in whatever way I was intended to do, but I don't think it's necessary in this case. I think that we can just combine them on the level of sources themselves. So let me explain what I mean. So let me find this file first of all and delete it, because as I thought, we don't really need this. We already have this thing, and we don't need to actually use any if for each templates here, simply because, for example, we can for example, like these SVG files, we can just combine them so to speak together. And I know that this is the image that represents this SVG file, but I feel like we can actually combine SVGs in one big SVG and just present it like this. Page schema, again, we just kind of like combine those things. The same goes for errors, and of course the most difficult part is, or is it, is a good question, is it really difficult, the media part, where we combining all the pages as I wanted initially. So that being said, I think that we should continue, and we should probably start with this file. So as you see, we need proper input for unilang texts. So I was doing I think I created one example. I'm not quite sure, maybe I deleted, but anyways, so we see this. So let's start with example number 1, right? So first of all, let me just copy the file name and let me delete all the resources for this test, and let's try from the scratch. So I'm going to delete. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong directory, sorry. So I'm going to delete this thing. I'm going to delete this thing. Oops. Okay. Alright, so I've deleted everything, and now what's now actually? Yeah, I'm starting with audio tests again. Oh, by the way, I think I haven't, but anyways, I think we can copy from the Unison where I got this project. So what we are going to do, well, let's say we're just calling this example1.txt. So we are going to combine all the pages. So let me find let me find my Yeah, here it is. Okay, now let's copy this thing, and now let's separate with some delimiter. I would say like for equal signs, because why not? I gotta choose the delimiter that would kind of like that would, I think, satisfy two conditions. First one is that it's more or less visible, and I think 4 equal signs is more than 3 and less than 5, which is perfect number. And because it satisfies the second condition that I had in mind, which is it should be easily reproduced. I don't want to, count precisely how many equal signs I have in a delimiter, right? So to speak. So yeah, I think it's quite important, and I don't want to. Even if I have somewhere like a already delimiter, I don't want to just copy it from somewhere, and it's not worth it, I think. So for equal signs, maybe it will be changed in the future if I'm not satisfied this solution, but for now it's all good. Yeah, although it looks a bit silly because like it doesn't cover all the lines, but I don't know. Let me think. Maybe it's not the best solution. The more I think about it, the less I like it. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, I got an interesting solution because I like explicitly in every sense, in every place. Let's call it this thing. Next page, and let's go with 4 equal signs right after. That will be clear as this is not the part of Unilang language, because Unilang language doesn't have such thing as a page. Each file represents only one page, so but for the tests it's sensible to have separate pages in one place. So yeah, I think it's a good solution. Alright, so let's go to the second page. Yeah. And also the font that I'm using, I don't remember the name, but this font is just magical. I like it because it allows me, for example, to, let's say if I'm gonna write less or equal to, it just represents in more compact way, and just it's just pleasant to read such code because it's like you are writing some really good math equations and etc. Or for example, as you've seen, like 3 equal signs means that in math there is a I don't know how to tell in English, but it's something like that. 2 things equal at each point of the function, or something like that. I mean, it's not always the case, but in the case where functions are equal on each point, usually you write this sign. So yeah. All right, so this is, I think, okay, I don't see the problem with such short things that I need to make a search, but it's not a problem. I can handle this. So yeah, okay, page number 3. And finally, page number 4. Awesome. So, what? Let's close this thing because I don't think we need it anymore. And now, let me think on how we can create test resources. So parsed input, it's a text, or rather, this thing is a text, which is good. Yeah, but okay, so I'm trying to understand what here we actually need, because custom styles, okay, we kind of like need it. Errors, of course, this thing and this thing, but yeah, okay, and we got the media output as well, so everything is good, and also of course SVG thing as well. So yeah, and here we can create a logic where we can place pages right below each other, which is I extremely like my solution, because pages can be configured in a way that we can define top and left positions, which is awesome. So I need to be extremely careful in a way how I'm gonna combine those data types or data test resources. So first of all, let's consider this thing. So yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually, I think. Okay, so it will be something like this. So we got unilengthized data, and let me just check where this thing is being called. Test name. Yeah, so we are we're just reading this thing. By the way, I don't understand why this hasn't been coded by the linter. That's weird. How it's called, executed linter or lint, something like that. Let me go to the deployment thing. Actually, deployment are here, and yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that this thing actually haven't been caught. Anyways, I will be back. Okay, so yeah, let's go to this wonderful asynchronous object and let's try to figure out how to actually do something here. So let's declare in global scope page delimiter. I think it's spells like this, or maybe not. Just 1 second. Delimiter. Yeah, I'm quite good. Okay, so this goes like this. How it's called? Next page or new page? Next page. Okay. Okay. So let's call this variable unit test data splitted in pages. And and here we're gonna do something like this. Okay, now we need to I think we need to yeah, I don't think we need to create an array for input text, or at least it doesn't seem to me it's a good idea. So let's go for each unilength test data for current page, and yeah, we can, I think we can move this thing. I'm gonna try very slowly to analyze the code. Yeah, I think the same goes here. Okay, what else? Yeah, I think we already need to declare so we're gonna create page schema, kind of like new page schema, which would contain just necessary information. But let me open page schema and see what kind of information we need. I don't think that we need usual visual stuff like, I don't know, like compressing subtitles, all that stuff that doesn't relate anyhow to the media expert, and all I think I need is measures params. That's the only thing I care about. And what it is, it's actually just simple array, and I'm just gonna merge measures which is, by the way, contains, as I think, everything below. Let me check. Yeah, it actually does. So I already kind of like sorted them by how they but I don't know how to say this, but like the thing that above measures params are just simply, I don't know, those are related to visuals more or less, and this thing it's completely basically is related to kind of like to the music itself. So yeah, that's very nice. So it wouldn't be that hard as I imagined initially. So yeah. Okay, unilang text. Okay, so what do we need? Then in this case, we need measures params. I know it sounds a bit weird, but there is a measure params and measures params. Maybe maybe I should have called it like params for measures or parameters of measures, like to indicate that they are plural. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. It seems to me like there are choices that I made don't follow kind of like necessarily consistent rules in naming, but on the other hand, I'm pretty much happy with the fact that the names are quite comprehensive, so I can understand the code. Basically, that's the most important thing. So yeah, not only me, but like me, maybe in 10 years or 20 years. We don't know how life turns out, but you always gotta strive for strategies in life and in programming for longevity of everything. So that's quite important. Okay, so we got the parameters for measures, and what we are going to do, we are going to declare it as an array, and let's just do this thing. Let's move it here, and now let's say we are going to, it's not comprehensive name measures params for all pages. Yeah, this one I like. And here we're just gonna push something like this. Yeah. Okay. That's really nice. What's now? We can do this. Okay, so okay, so let's now think about SVGs, which is a bit headache, but I think so let me take a look at the SVG function itself and decide what's going on. I don't think it's the function that I need. Okay. Okay, so actually it works like any other element by accepting multiple child nodes, which is I think excellent. And I think I can just declare some variables, which would be all pages. Let's call it all SVG pages, just to be more precise. Okay, now So what we are going to do now? So yeah, we probably gonna. Oh, sorry. We're going to create SVG page variable, which is this thing, right? And kind of like, yeah, I think we need also variables which would indicate, I think, I forgot, by the way, the order of, yeah, first is left offset and then top offset, okay. Usually, by the way, it's other way around, but for some reason I decided to do this way. Okay. So I think that we need to change this variable, second variable, and I would call it how would I call it? Current page top offset, something like that, which is 0 initially, but then we are going to calculate the height. So let's do this SVG page height, which is SVG page bottom minus SVG page top. And yeah, and I think another variable would constitute the margins between pages, because I guess it's kind of like important in a way. So how would I call it? Vertical distance between pages. I don't know how much it would be. And should I use interval between step lines for that? I don't think. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Let's call it 50. If it's too much or too little, we can change it. Not a problem. Oh right. Okay, so. Yeah. Okay, so we need to add this thing, and or we just can go from the SVG page bottom, I guess. We don't actually need the height, I suppose, and then we're just gonna add the vertical distance between pages. And yeah, I hope that it would be enough. Alright, so now this SVG page needs to be pushed to all SVG pages. And yeah, I think we've done with SVGs. What else we need to do? I think we need to consider highlights for HTML. So yeah, let's declare here. It would be how I would call it. I think something. Mm, um, let's call it like HTML highlights. Okay, for all pages, which is an array, and I'm gonna push this thing, and yeah, let's say I'm gonna do this thing here, and maybe I can add separation between those things, like in you know, in an input I would put this thing. Maybe I can highlight with different color, but I don't think it's necessary. So yeah, that would be good, I suppose. Yeah, I think so. And finally, no, errors. Okay, so now let's call this errors for all pages. Yeah, I'm just gonna call this thing like errors for all pages. I'm not gonna push like with how it's called when you basically make a flat map. I'm just gonna push, so it will be like array over arrays. I think it's much nicer. It will much nicer represent the whole thing. And yeah, I think that's about it, because MIDI is something else. Okay, so now what should I do now? Okay. Let me take a look at page schema one more time. Yeah, I think we don't need all those things. We just need to oh wow, okay. We just need to assign measures params, and that's about it. Okay, now let's go here, of course, and yeah, I think that's good. And now here we are just doing this thing, basically. Which is all SVG pages, right? Yeah, I hope it will work. Page schema, which is in our case. So let me just create page schema for all pages, which is measures params, which is measure params for all pages. So beautiful. Okay, now yeah, we kind of like can do something like this. And here, that's another interesting thing, we can actually yeah, I'm thinking more like let's go with the basic HTML tags. Will it work? I don't remember. Break line Unicode in HTML. I don't remember how it's called. Yeah, I can use this thing, of course, but there was /n thing like okay, they're suggesting to break. By the way, I don't think it's correct to close this way, but okay, whatever. Let's hope that it'll work, and let's hope that it will work, and let's just join these things just by simple empty string, I guess. Yeah, let's maybe whatever. Yeah, I think I'm using here and there, so okay. I know it's I don't even think that there is a optimization in this thing, but I don't know. Let's do this. Although I hate doing this, but whatever. Okay, now errors for all pages, of course, and here page schema for all pages. So yeah, just by tweaking basically one file, we can achieve this thing, and I don't know, will it work? I have no idea. Let's check it out. npm run test audio create, and let's call it example 1. Okay. Now npm run test audio specific. Yeah. This is another interesting aspect, because we created the test, but what we need also to do is I don't necessarily see. Okay. All right. Okay, let me go into this thing. Okay. Okay, so I need to yeah, I need to do the same thing here as well. So yeah, what can I say? It is what it is. It's just pure brute force. Okay, so all right, so yeah, let's go. Let's go and let's be sure that everything will be fine. By the way, this thing is just I don't think it's true, because it should be deep strict equal, and I'm pretty sure that assertion for visual, no? Okay. Oh my god, I also need to, I need to update this thing as well. Both specific runs. Yeah, what can I say? It's a bit annoying, but I think I can achieve good results here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it should be deep strict equal. Yeah. Assertion for unilink text. I don't know why I call this this file this in like this, but errors. There should be deep strict equal, and I think the same goes for custom styles. Oh, wait a second, it's stringified errors. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, for some reason I decided to stringify everything. Simply because we're already doing this thing, and yeah, I think I had some troubles with deep assertion. Not quite sure which problems, but yeah, it's better to stringify. So yeah, okay. Let's go for a specific thing, and then we can continue with multiple tests. right. Anyways, I think I'm done for today, to be honest. I'm just super tired. It's been an exhausting week, in any sense. I mean, in any imaginable way. So yeah, I'm gonna recover for tomorrow. Probably I'm gonna wake up quite early. So yeah. All right. So there are some people who tries to reach me out. I don't see. No, I'm streaming only on Twitch. I don't have um, any desire to stream somewhere else. I don't know if I can simultaneously stream on 2 or 3 platforms. I just stream on Twitch and export videos into YouTube. So that's about it. All right, I'm super tired. And how long you've been streaming? I've been streaming like I think for 3 weeks or so. I'm developing product and I'm just trying to somehow promote it. It's called Unison. It's an application which allows you to render music by simple description that you can type in editor and just preview this thing. And yeah, right now I'm working on MIDI experts. So yeah, it's in a website which can be also accessible from the mobile device, like from the iPad and from any device which supports browsers. So yeah. I've done good. Yeah, I'm using basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's true. So if we take a look at the how it's called, web application, you will see those things here. Of course, there are some other things like endpoints, which are for saving, for retrieving user information. I don't know. There are a lot of stuff like static files and etc. But I'm using simple stuff. I'm not trying to complicate things. I'm not trying to use any front-end frameworks which are overkill, and yeah, trying to keep everything as simple as possible, because I'm the only person who supports this thing. I cannot afford myself to manage a lot of complexity, so I need to be very humble in this regard. So yeah, I just to promote my stuff, let's say, I'm using such thing as HTML framework, which basically allows me to avoid writing how to say JavaScript code. So like for example, I can if we got this response from the server, I'm just gonna use this thing to map this response to some template on the front end, and that's about it. I don't need anything else. So the whole application is written in this way. Of course, the editor is another thing which I can also show. So as you see, the editor is consisted of 3 things: CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. So yeah, as you mentioned, and yeah, that's about it. And there are a lot of functions. I'm using functional style, and yeah, I'm not trying to come up with any. I'm not trying to pile up many layers of abstractions. And just few dozens of JavaScript files, and you got quite powerful editor with I don't know, with highlighting, as you see, and yeah, many other stuff. Like for example, I can also navigate. Let me render, and yeah, I can navigate to the elements here. For example, basically to any word that I can see. So yeah, it highlights. So yeah, trying to keep it as simple as possible. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, I'm just quite tired after work. I gotta go sleep. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Much appreciate your questions, and yeah, hopefully see you tomorrow. Bye.